How's it going? Good to see you. Warren County Public Schools Sports Network presents high school volleyball. Welcome into Greenwood High School. You get a good look. It is senior night. The seniors have been recognized. If you joined our live stream earlier, we were able to get the senior recognition on. So if you're just now joining us, expecting to join us at the 6:50-ish mark, you can come back and watch on demand the senior ceremony here at Greenwood. It's Greenwood and Warren Central. Greenwood coming in, winners of 3 in a row. They're 3-1 on the season. We saw them against Warren East last week. On Saturday, they beat Innsworth out of Nashville 3-0 and then beat North Oldham 3-1. North Oldham is one of those teams that you see at the state tournament more years than not. Warren Central, meanwhile, is 0-7. Well, there's a long story here. You got a new coach that, in essence, wasn't hired until after the dead period. Then they've had quarantine issues and injuries, and she has several that are not here tonight. She also has one of these, and that's Allison Barnett in her first year. She also has only a couple of her team members that even do any kind of club ball at all. She thinks next year she'll have more and more, and they'll gain that experience and get better as we go. Central comes in 0-7. They've lost to Franklin, lost to Bowling Green. They lost to Metcalfe, McCreary County Central, and Barron County, and Butler County. They lost a couple of those over the weekend at the Battle in the Barrens at Barron County. So they take on Greenwood tonight. They have Warren East at home coming up on Thursday night. We'll have that live stream Thursday night. Warren East will be at Warren Central in volleyball. Senior night here at Greenwood. Both teams are getting their warm-ups in after the senior recognition. Nice crowd across the way. We'll come back and look at more tonight's Warren Central at Greenwood, a big 14th District showdown here on the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
At Flora, Tampa & Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora, Tampa & Stewart.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands in air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment. That familiar sound of rubber.
You get a good look at the parents across the way from Warren Central. They've got a good crowd here. Greenwood's got a big student section as well. Both teams concluding their warm-ups here tonight. Seniors for Greenwood: Emma Lors, Meg Gore, Haley Stowe, Jada K. Wilson, Olivia Lovell, and Olivia Overmole have been recognized. Also, a couple of the seniors for Warren Central that are here tonight, they were presented with a yellow rose as well. And the other seniors, if they were here, would have as well. Jalika Bojang, Nizaria Ferguson, Musu Kamara, Anatia Nurun, and Ariana Simmons, the seniors for Warren Central, were all recognized here at Greenwood's senior night. Thursday night, we'll be at Warren Central. Warren East is there, another 14th District matchup. Friday night football will be here at the Swamp. Allen County Scottsville will take on the Gators coming up Friday night. That's a 6:50 airtime Friday night. We anticipate 6:50 also on Thursday night, but it could be a little earlier just depending on how the freshman and JV matches go leading up to varsity matches here. It's Greenwood. They have the floor right now. Warren Central has concluded their warm-ups. Rainy night. A lot of the action scheduled for outdoors tonight has been rained out, including, now as far as we know, Madisonville and Warren Central boys were still scheduled to play. Warren East volleyball is at Bowling Green tonight. Warren East boys taking on Greenwood. That was scheduled for tonight, but due to all the rain, that will be made up tomorrow night. That's boys soccer. Greenwood will be taking on Warren East at Warren East. That's tomorrow night. Girls soccer, East and South Warren. That one, you might say, was flooded out, and that will be made up at a later date. So really not much going on a Tuesday night. As we're about ready for our national anthem, we'll have that for you here in just a moment as we get ready to start our first set. Warren Central and Greenwood, they'll have the starting lineups announced, and our national anthem will be sung by Avery Overmole. I'm sorry, it's Maggie Pointer that will be doing the singing of our national anthem. See the number now changed there on the jersey. Had a little hair blocking. That's Maggie Pointer, one of the volleyball players for Greenwood with our national anthem. Fine job there. As we're getting ready for introductions here tonight, Warren Central and Greenwood. We're about ready to get that started. And once they're done, we'll be ready for the start of tonight's game. We'll step out for just a moment. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Both teams have been introduced to the crowd. We're ready to start set number one. Allison Barnett for Warren Central, Alan Woodinghill for Greenwood. Central looking for its first victory of the year. They're having fun. Allison Barnett told me her squad is having fun. And so they are making progress. She's happy with the progress. Still has not had a practice where everybody has been there. So she hopes to do that very soon. But in the meantime, she'll go with what she's got. She says she's got 20-something in the program. Numbers are up. So she's very excited about the future of Warren Central volleyball. Renelle Naroon, a sophomore, will serve. Maggie Meister is the libero for Warren Central. And Meister is ready to serve as we get this match underway. Hey, she's a little excited about serving, so she'll get to reserve. Official didn't say, come on. This is the first district match for Warren Central. Meanwhile, Greenwood, of course, beat Warren East and lost to Bowling Green, so they're 1-1 in district play. Here's our first serve, and it's a net. First point of the game goes to Greenwood. Back to serve will be Emma Loers, one of the seniors recognized before the game. Jumps high, the serve. There's a dig, and a set by Warren Central in the middle. Greenwood on the attack, outside here. Nice digging off the back by Meister. They get it up front and over. And it goes out off the head of Denisha Jones. 2-0 Greenwood, set number one. Lowers to serve again. Right to Jalika Bojang of Warren Central, who didn't quite get underneath it the right way, and the ball went backwards instead of forward. 3-0 Greenwood. Set up front. They get it over. And there's a kill from Meg Gore. Well, the seniors. Greenwood starts out 4-0 here in set number 1. Get a good look at the Gator student section tonight. They've showed up in force tonight. I know some of the girls basketball team, they were here. Just had a little shoot around, and that is in. Couldn't get to it in time was Maggie Meister diving for it, and it's 5-0 Greenwood. Lower serve goes long. So a 5-0 start. Warren Central is on the board at 5-1. Into the lineup is Kimber Doyle, a sophomore for Warren Central. Maggie Meister, the libero, will serve. Lowers with the set. Outside hitter attack. Central keeps it alive. Meister gets it over. And Greenwood will set it up. That was Overmole getting it over for Greenwood. Jones gets it over for Central. Overmole again, that's long. 5-2, Warren Central will serve again. 2 straight now for Central after giving up the first 5 of set number 1. Overmole, a nice dig by Meister, but went straight towards the official's ladder. Head out. 6-2 Greenwood and service. Aubrey Packer, a sophomore, will serve. Greenwood will substitute Addie McEwing. A sophomore gets in. Greenwood has some size up on that front line. They get it over. Overmole will set it. Now Gore back to Overmole. Blocked at the net. Daisy Finn, a freshman for Warren Central, comes up with a big block at the net. And it is 6-3, and Central will serve. There's Finn after the big block at the net was serving. Central keeps it alive. Get it over. At the net, Gore sets it. Overmole with the kill. Overmole coming into tonight's match has 44 kills on the season. It's now 7-3 Greenwood. Olivia Lovell gets in, a senior. Get it over. Greenwood now. A deep attack by Overmole. That was Brown with the set, and the point, Kimber Doyle with a hit. But Greenwood not able to return. 7-4. Doyle, a sophomore. And Central makes a substitution here. Hunter Mosley, another sophomore, gets in. 8 sophomores on this Warren Central team. A couple of freshmen, a couple of seniors. Gore sets it up. And the lefty, Lovell. And it is in. Or excuse me, it was out. It's point Greenwood. 8-4 here in set number 1. And it's a long serve off Olivia Overmole. Central now at 8-5 to serve. And Kimber Doyle will serve for Warren Central. Gore sets it. Far side, Lovell. Right between a couple of back row Dragons. 9-5 Greenwood. Back to serve will be Addie McEwing. Brown. Boy, it's tough to judge that. She thought she could get it, hit the net, and then just went right off of her. 10-5 Greenwood. Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff on the camera. He'll join us a little bit later on. 10-5 Greenwood, set number 1. Brown sets it. Gill on the far side attempt off of Bojang. We got net violation Central. It's 11-5 now. Greenwood started out with the first 5 points of the set. And Central came back with 2 in a row, and it's just been back and forth. It's 3 in a row now for Greenwood at 11-5. McEwing serve, Meister on the dig. Brown gets it over for Central. Over Mold, now to Gore. Outside kill attempt from Lors. Kept alive, and Warren Central just cannot get the breaks. The ball going funny ways off the spin on the kill attempts of Greenwood. 12-5. McEwing to serve again. One of those indecisions on that back row by Hunter Mosley. Didn't know whether to back up and try to dig it out or get her hands under it and push it up. 13-5. Greenwood now with 5 in a row. And that is now 6 in a row. As Finn not able to return it. 14-5 Greenwood. McEwing to serve again for Greenwood. That is out. 14-6, Warren Central in service. Back to serve, Zanaya Brown. To the back row. Gore sets it on the far side. Lovell, and it's out. Just long. 14-7. Central still with service. Brown to serve again for Warren Central. That's going to go a little wide. 15-7. Greenwood here in set number 1. 14th district matchup. Another one coming up Thursday night. We'll be at Warren Central as Warren East will be there. Another district matchup. Long on the serve from the Lovell. 15-8. Jada K. Wilson, a senior for Greenwood, gets in. Linnell Naroon will serve for Warren Central. Kept alive. Meister. Finn gets it over. Gore sets it. Lowers. Blocked at the net, and we've got point Greenwood for in the net. 16-8. Finn didn't think she was in the net, but the official right there said net violation. 16-8. Emma Lors serving. Meister on the dig. Brown to Finn and into the net. Just a set led her just a little too far. Had nowhere to go but into the net. 17-8 Greenwood. Lors with an ace. 18-8. Greenwood here in set number 1. Dig by Meister, got it over. Greenwood on the kill attempt, and that was in. Big hit up front by Jada K. Wilson, 19-8. Greenwood. 4 in a row now, Greenwood. They've had 5 in a row. They had 6 in a row. Now they've got 4 in a row. You go to 25, must win by at least 2. Bojangle gets it across. Gore sets it, and it is out. Overmole down the sideline, just a little wide. It's 19-9. Serve from Meister. Set that perfectly for Overmole. Meg Gore set it, and Overmole, the outside hitter. Makes it 20-9 Greenwood. Set number one. Checking back ends Addie McEwing for the Gators. Some height up front. Haley Stowe comes out. Aubrey Packer will serve. Touched out, and it will be Greenwood point at 21-9. A good look there. Zach Simpson. And to his left was Jason Esters, Warren Central athletic director. There's a net serve on the point, 22-9 for Zach Simpson, the girls basketball coach here at Greenwood. Packer again, serve. And that is long. 22-10. Greenwood will get Haley House, the libero, in. Central to serve. Get a good look at the crowd. Served by Finn. House on the dig. Now they set it at the net. And Olivia Overmole into the net. Couldn't quite get it over, and it's 22-11. Finn will serve again. Daisy Finn, a freshman for Warren Central. House. Now they set it up front. McEwing. Point for Warren Central. Net violation, Greenwood. 3 in a row now, and it's 22-12. Finn will serve again. Third hit coming, and they get it over and in. Olivia Overmole had it just enough to get it over the front line, and just before it got to the back line. 23-12, Greenwood 2 points away from set number one. Gore to serve. Meister. And trying to get it up to the front was Naroon. And it went out of bounds. 24-12, we are at set point. Into the net, and that will do it. Greenwood will win set number one, 25-12. We'll come back with set number two. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
At Flora, Tampa, and Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora, Tampa, and Stewart.
that familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Start of set number 2, and Greenwood gets the first point off the serve. Central not able to return it in play as the ball goes out. Serving here in set number 2, Emma Lawyers. And that's an ace. Right between two Dragons there. And they both just watched it go by them. Right between Hunter Mosley and Maggie Meister. Lowers to serve again. Net serve, and Meister digs it, but it goes too far for anybody to get to for Warren Central. 3-0 start here for Greenwood, set number 2. Greenwood won set number 1, 25-12. Meister. Brown. Getting it over. Goes Naroon, and then Overmole just punches it over. And Greenwood starts out with a 4-0 start here in set number 2. Naroon gets it over. Just a little long. And Greenwood, just like set number 1, starts out with the first 5 points of the set. Dig. Meister gets it up front. Bojangles, or Bojang, I should say. I was thinking of the restaurant chain there. And it's 6-0. Timeout, Warren Central. Set number 2, Greenwood leads 6-0. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com to discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
After the timeout, Greenwood is now 7-0 to start set number 2. Lowers will serve again for Greenwood. And they get it, tough to get it off that back row by Hunter Mosley. As the ball came out of bounds near the central bench, they got it back in play. Couldn't get over. 8-0 start here in set number 2. 25-12, set number 1 for Greenwood. That is in, right down the line over there on the far side. A well-placed serve. 9-0 start, set number 2 for Greenwood. Lures to serve again. Brown gets it over. Gore sets it on far side, and that is out. Long hit by Aubrey Packer. First point of the second set for Central, trail 9-1. We welcome everybody watching here on our platform, go.prepspin.com. And some of you may be watching via wbko.com/prepspin. We appreciate those partnerships and allowing the Warren County Public Schools to have the live stream, and as the net hit into the net off the serve is 10-1 Greenwood. We appreciate everyone, all your kind comments about watching. Of course, you can go back on demand. If you join us late, you can come back and watch it in its entirety at any time. Greenwood serving 10-1, set number 2. Angelica Bojang cut right in front of a back row dig possibility, and neither one of them got it. 11-1 Greenwood. I'm not sure what is going on down on the floor, but they're getting it figured out, the official with the scorer's table. Serve coming from Aubrey Packer of Greenwood. To the back row, and Renel Naroon got underneath it, but the ball went sideways. 12-1. Packer serving again. Brown keeps it alive. Central gets it over. Kill attempt from Greenwood. That's over Mole. It's in. 13-1. Packer will serve again. 9-0 start here in the second set. Right into the net. 13-2. Central will serve. Kimber Doyle back in for Warren Central. She'll come up front. But the only other activity going on tonight, Warren East is at Bowling Green Volleyball. That's a 14th district matchup. And Warren Central and Madisonville North Hopkins soccer. As far as we know, that was still going on. The last we saw, it was still scheduled. 14-2, Greenwood gets the point. Into the net. 14-3. Central to serve. Some youngsters here tonight cheering on her favorite team. Here's Finn to serve, the freshman for Warren Central. Got net violation for Greenwood. Central gets the point. It's 14-4. Daisy Finn. Serve again. You get a good look at Allison Barnett, special education teacher at Warren Central. And outside, you see the little spire thing on the net. You hit outside of it, goes around it. That is out. So it will be 14-5 now. Allison Barnett taught in the Bowling Green City school system, and Central had an opening come up in her specialty. She jumped at it. That's what she was looking for, and glad to have her. Has a daughter that plays. That is in. That is Addie McEwing with a kill for Greenwood, 15-5. Greenwood back on service. Football Friday night back here at Greenwood. Allen County, Scottsville, the Patriots and Brad Hood take on William Howard and the Gators. That is just a little bit long. 15-6, and Warren Central back to serve. Hunter Mosley back in. Hunter, a sophomore. Ready to serve. At the net. Level. Central keeps it alive. Get up front. Doyle. Greenwood on the attack. At the net. Blocked by Doyle. Point for Warren Central. Oh, no, it's Greenwood. They kept it alive. Okay. Sorry, I thought they'd come up with it, but Greenwood dug there and got it over. I thought the ball had hit. 16-6. That's a big play at the net. Haley Stowe to serve for Greenwood. And into the net, not much that Naroon could do with it for Warren Central at 17-6 here in set number 2, Greenwood. That's just out on the far sideline, 17-7 now. Getting back in for Warren Central, Jalika Bojang. Maggie Meister will check out. To give a big shout out to former South Warren volleyball coach Justin Griffin checking in. We appreciate you and enjoyed your time at South Warren. His wife, of course, an assistant coach for Travis Hudson up at WKU. They got something special going on. And we miss seeing you on the sideline, Justin, but we understand decisions are made, and we wish you the best in the future, and we appreciate everything in the past you've done on our end. 19-7, Greenwood to serve into the net. 19-8. You look at Mike Berry, our head official over there in the ladder. Warren Central to serve. Here's Brown. Deep. Lowers keeps it alive. Stowe, and the kill attempt off of Overmole is long, 19-9. She was a good 5-6 feet from the net. Let that one fly, and it went a little strong. Brown to serve again for Warren Central. Didn't like that. Now she's ready. Now we're ready. Here's the serve. Greenwood on the attack. Nice dig off the back. Central gets it across. Brown on the dig. Meister with the set. Finn gets it over. Now Greenwood on the attack. Coming on this outside hit from Lors. Central keeps it live off of Brown's left hand. Gore. And here's the attack. Saved by Brown. And Finn does not get it in play. Nice volley there back and forth. It is 20-9 Greenwood here in set number 2. Greenwood leads 1-0. Here's Lowers to serve. Nice dig. Brown sets it. Far side, Naroon right into the net. 21-9. Back to serve again is Emma Lowers. That's a net serve all right there. Bojang kept it alive, and Finn just under the net, diving for it. 22-9. Good hustle by Warren Central, I tell you. And we got just a moment there. Finn hit hard on the floor, and she's slow getting up. She dove hard and hit with a thud, for sure. Mike Cleff, well, we got a moment here. Boy, I tell you what, Warren Central, scrappy bunch. They're getting to everything, and bright future. If they stay together, and with the young ones coming up, and they all start playing some club ball, I think Allison Barnett, she says, give me a couple years, and I think she's on the right track.
Oh, I love their effort. I love their enthusiasm. Their JV and freshman and sophomore players, you can hear them in the background. I want to get a shot of them, but we're blocked off. They're great. I mean, and the young student athlete just went diving in there. Their coach has to be thrilled with their effort. What you're seeing, Scott, I don't know if you noticed during the senior night introductions, how many of those senior student athletes have been playing volleyball since they're in 5th grade? And that's where Warren Central, and the coach, that's what she wants to get established. But when you see those younger student athletes watch the effort of these varsity players, that's inspiring. That sets a great example. And with Greenwood, their effort's great, but they are, and I'm hoping that young lady is okay.
Well, the one thing Allison Barnett told me before the game, Mike, and nice conversation with her, first chance to meet with her, she says, this bunch is having fun. Yeah, they might be getting beat 2-0 or 3-0. She says, but they're having fun. That says a lot right there about what is going on with Warren Central.
Well, and Coach Whittinghill won't mind us saying this. Mr. Coach, Scott, when you and I were leaving the match last week where they defeated Warren East, he was talking about Coach Barnett, and he has an immense amount of respect for him. And he said if she gets the time and the commitment, she's going to get that thing going in the right direction. And, again, Coach Whittinghill's a straight shooter.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Coach Barnett, you've known her a long time. She will. And this is a great sign. Yeah, they're down 22-10, but the effort and the enthusiasm is an A+.
All right, Naroon back to serve is 22-10. Well, she's got the support from the administration. There's no doubt of that. Joey Norman, Athletic Director Jason Esters, there's no doubt. They're thrilled to have her. Here comes play at the net, and it's 2 hits. Up front by Warren Central, it's 23-10.
And Scott, you know this. If they can get something going at that 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and again, this is a great example tonight of these players out there just absolutely giving it their all. And they know, I mean, and those young players are also watching a Greenwood program that's the bar. I mean, they have been tremendous for a long time.
Bojang gets it across. Gore sets it up. Outside hitter over Mold. There's a nice dig by Meister on the back row. Up to the front. Over, and it will be point Warren Central as Greenwood in the net. 23-11 here in set number 2. 28 Emma Updegraff there. A freshman for Warren Central in.
They must have given that point to Greenwood.
Okay,
Scott.
They did give it to. All right, they did give it to Greenwood after all. Okay, he signaled.
I was with you. I thought it was. Yeah, I thought I saw him signal for Warren Central.
Yes. 24-10. Haley House. To serve. It's 25-10. And that is set number 2. 25-10 here in the first 2 sets. We'll come back with set number 3. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
At Flora, Tampa, and Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora Templeton Stewart.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, you get a look at one of the youngsters here tonight supporting her aunt, as that is one of the families of one of the Greenwood seniors. Here we start set number 3. Greenwood leads 2-0, 25-12, 25-10. And Warren Central will set to serve here in set number 3. First 2 sets, Greenwood start out with 5 straight points. Let's see what happens here in set number 3. Kill by Loers, kept alive, and 2 Central players. Neither one of them went after it. They both backed away thinking the other was going to get it. So Greenwood starts out 1-0 here in set number 3. Loers to serve for Greenwood. Boy, Meister says, no, that's on me, as Naroon last second got up to dig it. And Meister says, I should have had that one. So it's 2-0 Greenwood, set 3. Warren East is in action tonight at Bowling Green, 14th District Volleyball matchup. We've not received any scores yet. That's the only thing. We'll see the Raiders Thursday night over at Warren Central. Long serve, so Central on the board at 2-1 here in set number 3. Kimber Doyle, a sophomore, will serve. And that is out. 3-1 Greenwood. Meister back in for Warren Central. Haley House, also the libero, in for Greenwood. She'll serve. Meister, Naroon, Bojang gets it across. Greenwood, McEwing, big hit right in the middle of the floor with a big swing, and it's 4-1 Greenwood. Tomorrow night, weather permitting, district golf action tomorrow. I don't know, it may be too wet for them to play golf tomorrow. That's a long serve. Reminder that Greenwood and Warren East boys soccer are going to make their matchup tomorrow night. That was supposed to be tonight. That's a 5:30 varsity at Warren East tomorrow night, in case you haven't seen or heard. Over Mole. Sent it right at Emma Updegraff, the freshman on the back row for Warren Central, and it's 5-2 Greenwood. Gore will serve for Greenwood. Naroon, Bojang on the lift. It's 6-2 Greenwood. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network through our platforms, go.prepspin.com and wbko.com/prepspin. Central keeps it alive off the kill attempt. Right into the net off of McEwing of Greenwood. It's 6-3. Coming in for Warren Central will be Hunter Mosley. She'll come in to serve. to the back row. House on the dig. Gore sets it. And a big swing off the arm of Olivia Overmole on the far side. Excuse me, it's Olivia Lovell. No, it was Overmole. Yeah, she's going back to serve. But, yeah, Olivia Overmole there, 7-3. Lost her for a minute. Used to seeing Overmole over here on this right side. They moved her to the far side, or the near side, and they moved her to the far side. Long, had a little adrenaline flying there. 7-4 Greenwood here in set 3. Leading 2-0. Beaujane comes out. Meister. Lors. And a point for Greenwood, 8-4. Greenwood will get Haley Stowe back in. And she will serve. Point for Greenwood on the lift, 9-4. Greenwood 3-1 on the season. That was a big win over North Oldham. 3-1 over the weekend. Point Warren Central, 9-5. Of course, Innsworth in Nashville. Not sure about their volleyball team, but of course their girls basketball team is coached by Mary Taylor Cowles, former WKU women's coach. Won a couple of state championships down there. Brown keeps it alive. Up to Graf. Now Doyle. Overmole with a set. Lovell off Meister's hands. Went behind her. 10-5. We're in set number 3. Greenwood leading 2-0. There's only 2 football games Friday night. One of them we'll have. The other one, Warren East has picked up Barron County. Was an open date for East. They picked up Barron County. They'll be at Barron County Friday night. We'll have Allen County, Scottsville here at Greenwood. 10-6. Central to serve. Nalroon. Stowe gets it across. Next play there by Central to get it over. There's a nice kill attempt there from Aubrey Packer. That's good. 11-6 Greenwood. They'll have service back. Good look there at Allison Barnett at Warren Central. That's an ace right in front of Naroon off of Lohr's serve. 12-6 Greenwood. Set number 3, 14th district matchup. Warren Central's first district matchup. Of course, they were scheduled to play Greenwood, had to reschedule that, which has been scheduled for September the 8th. We're going to pick that game up on a Wednesday night for you. Then they've got to make up that South Warren match from last week. They have not set a date for that one just yet. 13-6 Greenwood, 3 straight points here in set 3. Brown hits it into the net. 14-6. Lohr's back to serve. That is in. Didn't have much room on that sideline, but she was able to place it nicely, and it's 15-6. Got a timeout taken. 15-6 Greenwood here in set number 3. You're watching Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky. and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com to discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
You get a good look at William Howard, the football coach here at Greenwood, as he's watching the Gator volleyball take a 16-6 lead. That's 6 straight points as we come back. Lors on the serve for Greenwood. Meister reaches out and the ball wasn't there. Naroon didn't get to it either. It's 17-6 Greenwood here in set number 3. Meister, Naroon goes back to get it. 18-6 Greenwood. Bojang gets back in for Warren Central. Lowers the serve. Net serve, stays in play. Naroon. Brown gets it over for Warren Central. Gore sets it. Kill on the far side by Packer. Returned by Warren Central's Bojang. This side over Mole. Well placed kill. 19-6. Alan Whittinghill shaking his head. Yeah, he liked what he saw there. Set number 3. Lowers will serve again. Bojang cuts right in front of Naroon. Says, I'm sorry. As Naroon, it was coming right to her, but Bojang stepped in front. 20-6. Deflected it out of bounds. Bojang. Naroon does get it across. Gore sets it for Overmore. Oh, she tried to tip it over with a hand instead of going for the kill. Into the net, 20-7. Central will serve. (21-7) as Central into the net. Packer on the serve. Up to Graff, can't get to it. That ball just died right in front of her. 22-7. Greenwood looking to go 2-1 in district play. They will host Davis County on Thursday. Stowe. And Central can't get it over the net. Doyle with a dig. Came over to Allison Barnett. Said, I got my hand turned the wrong way on the dig there. 23-7. Into the net. Stays 23 for Greenwood, but 8 now for Warren Central. Greenwood 2 points away from set and match. Up to Graff will serve for Warren Central. Set and the kill attempt from Overmole. Dig it out by Central. Brown gets it over. Gore sets it up again. Stowe, well placed. Right over the front line of Warren Central, and we are at set and match point, 24-8. In for Greenwood is Olivia Lovell. So Greenwood looking to go for the sweep here of 3-0 in this match. McGore to serve. Off the back row of Doyle and out, and that will be set and match. 25-8 here in set number 3. So Greenwood now will improve to 4-1. Central drops to 0-8. on the season. Both coaches talking with their respective players. We'll come back. We'll do a wrap-up. Greenwood wins 3-0 over Warren Central. You're watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Leachman Buick GMC is the #1 GMC dealership in Kentucky and multiple winner of the GM Mark of Excellence Award, and just recently achieved the #1 ranking as the most trusted GM service department in the Southeast United States. If something isn't right with your vehicle, no matter the make or model, just give Leachman a call. We offer a 15-minute diagnosis at no charge. Schedule your next visit at LeachmanAuto.com and discover why generations of customers choose Leachman Buick GMC.
At Flora, Tampa, and Stewart, when you're hurt in a car accident, you're going to get personal representation from the top attorney. We may not be big, but we're local. You will meet with me personally. We're loyal and always on your side. We won't run from big insurance, and we will stand and fight for your rights. After all, it's not the size of the firm, it's the attorney who will fight for you. I'm Flora, Tampa, and Stewart.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
The thing I know about Franklin Bank and Trust is that they are large enough to serve your banking needs, but small enough to know you.
We want to know our bank gives back to the community.
When I call my bank, I want to talk to a real person.
Yes, we need a local banker that we can depend on.
Franklin Bank and Trust wants to keep banking personal. That's why all of our banking decisions are made at the local level. That's what you do in a hometown bank. You put people first.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Scott Thompson, Mike Cleff here. Appreciate everyone joining us as final 3-0. Greenwood beats Warren Central, but you could see Central battling to the final point there, Mike, this whole match.
Yeah, you said it best, Scott, when we were in commercial, and that is I liked what I saw from Warren Central. They have spunk, and what Warren Central saw from Greenwood, there's your standard. That's where you have to get to, and on a senior night for the Lady Gators, where I believe they had 6 seniors being honored, and now you start to see the matches. Greenwood now has had multiple matches, and they're getting better. They're being Greenwood. And, at the same time, I know Coach Whittinghill has great compassion for Warren Central. He wants all 4 Warren County Public Schools to be strong programs because, obviously, it makes everybody better and makes everybody stronger going into the season.
And you see them conversing right there.
I will get a shot of them right now, Scott. Absolutely.
I think that's great. They're just having a great conversation there. The two coaches.
Good eyes, Scott. Thank you.
Greenwood wins 25-12, 25-10, 25-8. Greenwood got off to early starts and then had some nice runs in all 3 of the sets.
Well, and here's a thing where you get more. Greenwood had a number of service aces. That's one of the #1 things they teach you at the middle school is how to return serve. It's not just hitting the ball back over the net. I mean, and there's little nuances to that. And when you get more experience, and again, Coach Barnett very well, they'll get better at that. No question about it.
I think they'll be fine in the long run. just stay the course, is all I say, and keep having fun. All right, Thursday night, another district matchup. We'll be at Warren Central Volleyball for the first time, be at their place. Warren East will make the visit there Thursday night. Friday night, we're here for football, Allen County Scottsville here at Greenwood. So a couple more nights this week, Mike.
Hey, that's awesome, Scott. Just like a kid in a candy store coming to all these events.
It is. And I'm full.
And I'll say something real quick before I sign off. Scott, before you do sign off, I should say, the comments that we're getting from people when we're here and people stopping me, my fellow employees in the school district, the schools I work at, they're saying how much they're enjoying this. And Scott, I don't want to speak for you, but that means the world to me. And thank you very much.
No, I appreciate it. And then when getting texts and messages during our live streams, we appreciate that. Just like Justin Griffin, the former South Warren coach,
absolutely
had great success there. And like I said, Christy at WKU now, we appreciate him taking time out watching. I mean, he was a supporter of all the schools as well. And
terrific coach. Terrific coach.
All right, let's get out here. We got some rain to go battle, get home, and try to dry out tomorrow and be ready to go on Thursday, Mike. Appreciate your help as always.
Oh, it's an honor and a pleasure, Scott. You too.
Thanks for watching us here on go.prepspin.com and wbko.com/prepspin. Your final, once again, Greenwood wins 3-0 over Warren Central. Back with you Thursday night. Warren East at Warren Central Volleyball. We anticipate 6:50-ish airtime. Could be a little earlier, a little later. Thanks for watching. You've been watching the Warren County Public Schools Sports Network.